Ramsin Khachi is a design-build contractor who knows when it comes to design, the devil is always in the details. Ramsin creates extremely functional and cool spaces for his clients, wine cellars and all. He stays on top of style and design trends and the latest innovative products, which is one of the reasons he is in Vancouver for the Home and Design Show. It is my pleasure to welcome Ramsin Khachi to Studio 4 to tell us more. All the way from Ontario.
All the way from Ontario. Oakville. Small
The Oakville.
Yes.
I like Oakville.
Beautiful place.
You take the train into the city, do you?
I do not.
Oh, you do not. You just stay in Oakville.
No, my life is all over. So the train would be nice. I wish I had that normalcy where I could just hop on the train and go to work every day, but that's not the way it goes.
Not for creative
No.
guys. No. So you started out digging ditches. Is it true?
I've done just about everything, Fanny. Yeah. I've learned the hard way in a lot of ways. Listen. I was brought up to work hard, and I've not been afraid of it. And that's how I started. I started in drain and water main, which is all the infrastructure underground. I've done paving, and I hated it.
How
I've done
about tarring roofs?
Oh, I've done everything. I've done tile work, plumbing, electrical, roofing. I've done it all.
Which bodes well for what you do.
Yes, it does.
Because you know about putting something together before you add the tinkles, as I call them.
Yes.
You know, or the beautiful paint and the lovely bookcase. It's about structure, isn't it?
It's such a long road to get there to that point where you pretty it up, and if you don't do all that right, it's just flawed. The foundation's flawed. And it's funny. I get stopped at design shows by students who are in the interior design industry or trying to get into it, and they always ask me, how do I get started? What, give me some advice on where to go and what to do. And I tell them the same thing: go get a job in a construction company. And they go, what do you mean? Well, get a job in a construction company or a cabinet shop. Sanding cabinets, finishing, helping make them, or being on a job site. And they're all shocked. But you know what? If you don't know how it's put together and how it's built, how can you earn the respect of the industry, for one, that you got to work with? And two, how can you envision something and bring it to life if you don't know how?
Exactly.
Right?
And anybody who has lived in a leaky condo knows
Yes.
that first you walk the land,
Yeah.
go inside, tap on the wall before you buy the property, and then we call you. And do you work with your wife too? Is she in the interior?
We've got two companies. I've got a design build company, which does design and construction, and then there's a decorating company, which is Khachi Interiors. She is one of the stylists in the decorating company.
And do you agree on am I modern, am I not? Do I like Eames? Would I rather
we have different
French provincial?
We do have different tastes. If you look at what we do, our work that we do, it varies a lot, because my goal is, when I meet a client, is to get inside their head and to create a space that's good for them. So it's not about what I think they should have, because that's what I like. It's about what their taste is, and that's the challenge, because it's not always one person and it's so clear. It's often a couple, and couples have different opinions.
You've noticed.
Yes. So it's a little bit of marriage counseling. It's a little bit of pulling information out of both of them. It's a little bit of marrying two tastes to give one cohesive look. But that's the fun of it.
And that's the philosophy, is it? In a sense, good design, simple, truthful. What else?
Good design has to improve your life day to day. It has to answer to day-to-day problems. It's not about the prettiness all the time. Yes, it has to be pretty, but that's the easy part. You can make it pretty. But to make a space functional so that it improves and enhances your life on a day-to-day basis, that takes a little bit of thought and practicality.
And often it's just removing something, they tell me. We tend to be clutter cats.
Yes. So sometimes it's removing something, sometimes it's relocating something, sometimes it's changing the traffic flow that you're used to every day. It can be a lot of things.
When you build a wine cellar for someone,
yes,
and I assume if you have a wine cellar, you have some proper wine to put in it.
You would hope so, but some of us don't have a clue about wine. We still want one.
No, I know. My wine cellar is in the cupboard in the kitchen. It's not all that trendy. But look at this wine cellar. Hello.
Well, this is a small wine cellar, and what you don't see here on the right and left as you walk in, there's two panels of wood with stainless steel rods sticking out, and those rods are about 4 inches apart, so you lay the wine on top of them as well. So there's different ways of storing wine. It's more aesthetic. To me, wine is a lifestyle trend today. And this is where, the media is always looking for trends. What's the next trend now? What's happening? This month, what's new? Well, there's nothing new this month. It's like, it doesn't happen that fast. but we're so hungry for new trends, and we're always trying to find new things. But then there's a difference between fads and trends.
Sure.
So fads are, accompanied by media frenzies, whereas trends are really where life is going. And where life is going is we're busy, we're all working, and there's certain things we enjoy in life. Wine is one of them.
Exactly, like a fad is like the pet rock.
Right, exactly. Or a fad is a certain type of color in a hardwood that everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and then 5 years later it's ugly and nobody wants it.
Right, everybody had a pink and gray house on the whole street.
Right, so those are fads.
In the 60s.
Yes.
You weren't born.
I was just getting, they were working on me.
They were working on you. But everybody had a little gray house with pink trim. Don't ask me why. It was probably because of a white sport coat.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you're right. It was a fad.
Trends are developed over time. Sometimes they're previous trends that are recycled, a little more modernized, and they're long lasting. And wine cellars, to me, are a lifestyle trend. And people like, not necessarily a wine cellar like that, not necessarily a big one. There's something for everybody's budget. Some people just want a wine fridge. It doesn't matter, right?
In the kitchen, and they're pretty.
Exactly. So there's many ways to do it. They do. Another lifestyle trend for me, for instance, I mean, how many people automatically build a laundry room, put it by the back door, and mix it together with the mudroom, and it's the access to the house, and it's overworked and stressed, and it's one space that just doesn't function well. So really a lifestyle trend in that respect today is splitting those two rooms up. Make a laundry room on its own, and then do the mudroom on its own. And what do you need in a mudroom? To me, a nice dog wash or a wash station.
That's the laundry room?
That's a laundry room, and that laundry room is off around the corner from a kitchen. So the reason I did that laundry room looking like that, this is the kitchen on the front side, so around the back, that's where you go to that laundry room, but it's still a beautiful laundry room. It serves as a laundry room. That one is coupled with as a mudroom as well, so it has to answer everything, but it also extends to an entertainment area when there's things happening. So when you're having a party, it serves as a bar as well. So you could set up bar there.
How great.
Caterers can use it. So it all of a sudden alleviates stress from the kitchen.
Sure, but if you have the right kitchen, and you know this, everybody hangs in the kitchen.
Oh, I love kitchens.
Me too, and I like people to hang in the kitchen because sometimes they help chop.
Well, that's another lifestyle trend, isn't it? Everybody just hangs out in the kitchen. The days where we used to get in trouble for walking in the living room because we messed up the carpet vacuuming lines, right? Those are gone.
I know.
Nobody wants a living room anymore.
Is that true? Because I had a mother-in-law once who put plastic on all the living room sofas. Right? And you come in, you have to take your shoes off, then you have to
maybe
walk
I was
on the
dating your
plastic.
daughter or something.
Well,
were you like that?
They had doilies.
Because I remember going to girlfriends' places and you're not allowed
Bessie.
to.
I'm very modern. I'm very zen, and you can do anything in my house. There's lots of books and
that's the way it is now
space.
because we want to live. We want to live.
I'm a loft girl. I'm a big space, fool around.
But
zen.
you want to be able to sit down, throw your feet up, and enjoy every room. You don't.
Absolutely.
Like, there's not rooms that are off limit.
No, not
right?
at our house. We do not have a parlor.
No. So the kitchen becomes the heart of the house.